Congratulations, Unity Center of Peace. It's Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen here, and this June, we will be celebrating our 40th anniversary here at UCP. That's right. 40 years ago in June, a group of committed individuals came together with a vision for creating a loving community where people could support each other in accessing their inner divine power, for connecting with spirit and nature, for remembering their oneness with all, and for radiating that peace out into the world. Now, since then, we have grown in size and membership and programs, but that original vision is
Good morning, good day, sunshine, am I right? Love the rain, love the sun. Well, our beloved Chris Whitenack is across the pond, so we're going to still say thank you as he encourages us. So if you may and are able and want to, please stand. And we'll start with 4 just fun little thank yous. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. It's beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. For this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
woohoo! Yeah, thank you. Starting the day with gratitude. My goodness, what a way to start a day. Just, it colors our whole experience and helps us to see all of the blessings that are in our lives, right? Welcome to Unity Center of Peace. Welcome to the Olympics of spiritual growth. Come on. I mean, and how can I compare spiritual growth with the world's top competition? Well, because the kind of spiritual growth we're about here requires your participation and your thinking and your energy and your intention. You know, a spiritual path is not always a gentle one, right? It's not about somebody standing up here in robes telling you how God wants you to live your life so you can go to heaven. We are about deepening our spiritual connection, our connection with our spiritual self with a capital S, through the discipline of spiritual practice. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. Sometimes we have to face some patterns that we've been living with that are uncomfortable, and we work at releasing them, right? But when we do, oh my God, we're free. And when we learn about these spiritual principles and put them to use in our lives, every area of our life is enriched. And we add to the healing of the collective consciousness. We add to the evolution of the collective consciousness. This is what we're about here. You ready to swim in that Olympic pool with me today? All right. And those of you joining us online, you are invited to jump into the pool as well. I hope you do. And if you want to just say hello in the chat, that would be great. We get this conversation going. It's your participation here that really helps to, expand that experience for you. All right, so we have a special day today that we are inviting 4 wonderful people into membership at Unity Center of Peace. And my intention was to do it right after we light the candle, but there's one person who hasn't quite made it yet. So I think maybe we'll do the meditation first and then see if she showed up, because I'd love to have all 4 of them together. Is that okay with you? That's great. All right. So let me light. By the way, I am doing this a little solo today because our wonderful Chris Eagle, who is usually helping me on the first Sunday, is definitely helping us with this new. Let's give him a hand. I mean, this guy has been working so hard. He's been working so hard at getting this. We almost had this up today. I saw this a little earlier. This was almost happening. We saw some things, but it's just not quite, but they are working really hard on it. So it really will be momentarily. All right, let's take a nice deep breath into our heart center and be with this element of fire. And I invite you to say our opening invocation, which is on that buff sheet in the seat back in front of you, if you're not yet familiar with it. But more importantly, really connect with your heart center. Breathing there. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Breathe that in. Let it settle in all your cells. So it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
And so I invite you to take anything that is on your lap and put it to the side. Sit back in your chair. Allow your body to relax into the chair. Begin to take some slow, deep breaths. Breathing in this life energy, holding it at the top, feeling that vibrancy within you, slowly releasing it, letting go of the busyness of the mind. Take another deep breath in. Feel that aliveness at the top. And release anything that might prevent you from being here fully. One more deep breath in. Feel enlivened. And release it, releasing all of the tension in the body, allowing the body to relax, let go, allowing yourself to be fully present. And just breathe normally, being conscious of this connection with our breath that connects us with the breath of all life, the breath that keeps all of life alive and expressing life energy, divine life energy. We allow our consciousness to move from our thinking mind into our heart center. And allow that connection with that eternal, divine, loving presence that is right here at the center of our being. We allow that loving presence to expand within our heart, radiate out into all of our cells, bringing all of our cells and organs and function of our body into wholeness. And we allow it to radiate out from us, this massive power of infinite love. We can't keep it inside. We must allow it to shine from us, radiate out from us into the world. And as we do, we feel deeply our connection with one another. We allow ourselves to dive deeply into this awareness in the silence for the next couple of minutes. mind begins to wander, bring it back to the breath. So as we have experienced the spiritual truth of our being, this infinite love within us, that we have experienced running through our body and our consciousness and radiating out from us, connecting us with others. We know that it is this same presence within all of us. Therefore, the individuals that we are holding in prayer in our hearts, that are in our minds, that we're concerned about, in this moment we can know that this same divine presence is in their lives. And it is making itself known because in this energy together we have created the possibility, the space for this to happen. So I invite you to call forth gently aloud the names of individuals that you would love to have in this energy of healing. And I am also affirming that all of the prayer requests that have been filled out and put into this sacred box, that they too are feeling the energy and the love of this divine presence in their lives. And it is awakening their consciousness to the truth of who they truly are. They're feeling the wholeness, the love, the order, the perfection, the peace, the abundance, all of those divine qualities. And they align themselves with it so that they may experience it. And so as we begin to bring ourselves back into this room, let's take a nice deep breath together. And really feeling that energy flowing through us. Stretch a little bit. When you're ready, open your eyes. Look around at all the faces of the divine that are sitting next to you, in back of you, in front of you. Take a moment and connect in that. And from this space, we will say our vision and mission statement, which is on this sheet or on the front of the program. Come down, have a seat. All right. Again, breathing into our heart space. We will say our vision statement, which is, we envision the divine light awakening in all. And our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. So it is. Now, before we start that, I don't see that Kala has come in yet, but let's just go ahead and continue with our new member service. So, new member candidates, when I call your name, would you please come up to the platform? And also, Katie, O'Leary is one of our board members. Chris Eagle, if you can step away for a moment, we'd love to have you up. All right. Roshana Ariel, come up. Robbie Robbins, Kathleen Sharp. Please, if you would hand them each a candle. And our other new member who is not here yet is Calla Truitt. So we'll hold her in our heart. Yes, all right. All right, so these individuals have said yes. They have said yes to their yes. They have said yes to jumping into this Olympic pool of spiritual growth, right? They're willing. And they have said yes to doing this in community with us. So we say yes to supporting them in their spiritual growth, on their spiritual path, right? And so, as part of our ceremony, they have done two things that they're required to do, taken the Pathways to Community class together, and they have also signed the covenant. And so the covenant, I want to read the things that they have agreed to aloud. And when I do, I'd like you to sort of remember what it was that you also agreed to, and if that still is alive within you. All right, so the first one is I understand and aligned with the basic teachings of unity, and I support UCP's mission, vision, and core values. My spiritual unfoldment and relationship with the divine is a priority in my life. I strive to consciously create, along with my fellow members and congregants, a loving and accepting atmosphere where everyone is welcome. I support UCP's mission, vision, and core values, which we just all said together. I support UCP financially as I joyfully and lovingly share my tithes or love offerings. I commit to sharing time and talent in one of UCP's ministry teams. I know you're already doing it. They're helping us out with the AV system back there, Roshana and Robbie. And Kathleen, you probably saw, was a greeter this morning. So yeah, they're already there. I speak with constructive purpose about UCP with my fellow congregants. Should I perceive any personal conflict with UCP or another congregant, I commit to seeking guidance from Spirit, then resolving that conflict with the person involved. I recognize that my presence at and participation in services and activities contributes to and enhances the experience for myself and everyone. Together with my spiritual family, I am co-creating with God the ongoing dynamic life of Unity Center of Peace. I recognize that through my support, sacred service, participation, and commitment, I sustain the UCP programs and services that we know bless and serve our local communities and the world. Through my membership, I honor the Spirit in me and the Spirit at work in each person who participates with Unity Center of Peace. If you agree to this, would you say, I do?
I do.
All right. Wonderful.
All right, we're on to the lighting of the candle. So Katie's going to help you out. We've got a lighter version of the Divine Light candle. It's a little heftier otherwise. But by lighting your candle from this candle, you commit to growing in spiritual consciousness and are now welcomed as an official member of this spiritual community. Would you please stand? Do you, UCP community, agree to support these new members in their spiritual growth and their service to this community? Please respond, I do.
I do.
Please join me in showering our new members with our unity blessing.
We
love you.
We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you.
All right.
You forgot the last part.
Mwah. Well, I've got a mic here, so it's a little harder. could we just give them a round of applause?
Yay!
All right. Would you place your candles in the sand that is next to the podium there? And then we have a little fun thing that is, I think Reverend Victoria is going to hand out. So you make sure you get those goodie bags as well. Yes.
You get a
Gift.
goodie bag.
Yes.
This
You
one
know.
is yours. And a certificate there for you. Yeah, this is for you. Yeah. And Kathleen, before you
We're going
step
to get her
down.
down. Okay. Wait, don't go too
There
far.
you go.
You got to get that.
You're welcome. Welcome. I am so honored to have you with us. So get to know these wonderful, we know Kathleen, she's been around, but she's come back, so she's re-engaged. These two new individuals, get to know them. They're really terrific. Thank you. All right, you may be seated. Now on with our musical program. Karen Novi. Thank you, Katie.
And Andres. I was thinking about the spiritual journey and how you can always start and it's really never finished. So I have climbed highest mountains. I have run through the fields only to be with you. Only to be with you. I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I have kissed honey lips and felt the healing fingertips. It burned like fire, this burning desire. I have spoke with the tongue of angels, and I have held the hand of the devil. It was warm in the night. I was cold as a stone, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I believe in the kingdom come, and all of the colors will bleed into one, bleed into one. And yes, I'm still running. You broke the bonds and you loosed the chains, carried the cross of the shame of my sin. And you know I believe it, and I still haven't found what I'm
Well done. Thank you. Love that. All right. Okay. Let the games begin. Okay, so the opening invocation that we just said a few minutes ago at the beginning of the service, and that we say at the beginning of every Sunday service, there's only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. Now you know that that is a direct quote. That's Charles Fillmore. He said that. He wrote it down. And it is basic unity principle. And particularly principles 1 and 2. Specifically principles 1 and 2, which we are going to explore in depth today as part of our series, The 5 Principles, that is based on Ellen Debenports' book of the same title, The 5 Principles, right? And here's the thing, if you are a member of UCP, including the 3 of you who just became members, you've gone through the Pathways to Community class, you probably have a copy of this because I'd like to put it in the new member swag bags. This is like a really powerful description of what unity is about. It's basic principle, but she answers all kinds of questions that you would have. And it's really very profound. So this is our guide. If you don't have a copy for whatever reason, we have copies in the back in the office for purchase. And I highly encourage you to get one so that we can, take this deep dive together in the pool together. There's also support available with 2 study groups. We have 2. Dolores is doing a study group in her home. Thank you, Dolores. And I think it's on Wednesday afternoon. And David Glass is offering a book study before the service on Sunday. Thank you both. So more information is in your program to find out about it, but connect with them. And it's really great to just, toss these ideas around with others, and you get a deeper sense of really what this is. It really is a what? It's a wonderful thing. I would highly encourage it to get into a book study group. All right, so the 5 principles themselves, the wording that is used, varies depending upon where you look for it. There's a variety of different versions, different phraseologies. We have one for the kids. It's really simple language. Unity Centerpiece has a slightly different one than many of the other ones. It's all very slightly different wording, but it really kind of means the same thing. And interestingly, neither Charles or Myrtle Fillmore actually defined the 5 principles. They never wrote it down. I mean, it was woven throughout their teachings and everything that they wrote, but they never defined it. They never wrote it down. It wasn't until almost a century later that their granddaughter, Connie, formulated these 5 principles when she was asked to summarize Unity's teachings for an article they were writing for in Daily Word. So amazing that it kind of took that long, right? Because most of us need simple, concrete steps in order to wrap our heads around some pretty abstract concepts, right? And so that's what she did, and that's what's in this book, and it's a really helpful tool to understand these things. All right, so let's go. Principle 1 is that God is all that there is. Yeah, it's going to come up there in a minute. Because God is right there. Oh, look! Yay! God is all there is. Absolute good, everywhere present. Yeah. And the author admits that this is a very different way of looking at the divine than we're normally used to, particularly in traditional Judeo-Christian belief in a supernatural being a father figure, in heaven somewhere, watching us, judging us, very different from that. So we're really asked to shift our thinking from being as an entity to being as the ground of being, as the transcendent intelligence, as the divine life essence, or the Tao, or the non-dual essence, or the cosmos of intelligence. These are all words that can help us expand our idea of what we used to think of as God as a being. So we are expanding our idea here and embracing this concept that this presence is omnipresent, it is infinite, it is universal, and it is eternal. Now, it may seem that things wither and die, and that things are born, but really nothing disappears, it just changes form. Like the leaves in the winter, in the autumn, they fall to the ground, they break apart, and they just become part of the soil that nourishes new growth in the spring. The same is true for a star. Stars have a lifespan, but at the end of their lifespan, they explode into a supernova. That's a word we're going to be hearing a little bit more about in the coming months, supernova. And that energy just goes on forever, just radiates out forever. So nothing really disappears, it just changes form. It just changes form. So, what is the nature of this life essence? What are the qualities of this love energy? We're thinking of this as an energy, right? An energy, an intelligence, a transcendent oneness. What are the qualities of that? So, the first I would think is God is love. God is love. God, the universe, is love. And when we think about love in this more expansive sense, we understand we're not talking about an emotion or a romantic thing. We're talking about love as a power, as an energy. Love is a force that is life-giving and harmonizing and unopposable. There is no opposite. The next quality is the nature of the universe is abundant. It is abundant, infinite, boundless, without limits of any kind. Can you imagine where the universe ends? Or where it begins? What would be on the other side of that? Some astrophysicists are theorizing that it's actually, we live in parallel universes. There's an infinite number of parallel universes, which, if you try to think about that, brain will explode. All we know is that it's infinite, it's limitless, it is universal, boundless abundance. And it gives rise to an infinite number and variety of forms. We live in an abundant universe that, because it is love, is all providing. It's all providing. The next quality is that it is intelligent and creative. What immense intelligence is required to form galaxies and star systems and planets out of this primordial energy and keep those planets in their orbits, and all of the other complex forms of life that all work together. They all work together synchronistically. That's an immense intelligence. And when you think about the vast variety of species on this planet alone, the creativity that the imagination and the creativity all of the different flowers and birds and, species of life on this planet is just an expression of infinite creativity. Okay, the universe is beauty and magnificence. We know this. Every time we look at a sky at sunset, every time we see a rugged coastline, every time we see these beautiful trees here, every time we see a beautiful flower, or hear the song of a cardinal, we know that all of creation is the expression of life's beauty and magnificence. It's all around us from the tiniest little bug, the tiniest little ladybug, to the vast expanses of space, which we are beginning to see with the new Webb telescope. You have seen these images, right, of these incredible galaxies that just look so incredibly beautiful in their formation. Beauty and magnificence. The nature of the universe is joy. It's joy and delight. Have you ever been at the shoreline and seen dolphins playing in the waves? It's really, they're like just having fun. Or seen videos of polar bears, baby polar bears sliding down a hill of ice just for the fun of it. And they go back up and they slide again, just like little kids. Or a horse that plays with a giant ball, just for fun. Or just children, just seeing that, or hearing the purr of a cat. We just know that is the nature of the universe, is joy. It's joy and divine delight. And we we sense this internally, I think, when we're in a state of joy, we feel like we're in alignment. We feel like we're in the flow. And when we're not, we feel sort of separate, right? Feel separated. Okay. The universe is fulfillment and success. It's the nature of the universe to come to fruition. Life must emerge from a seed idea and grow and sprout and blossom to express its full potential, to become what it is meant to become. When we see this all around us in the universe, we live in a universe that must come to fruition. All right, the universe is perfection and order. Webster defines perfect as pure, total, lacking in no essential detail, intact, complete. So we can use those same words to describe the universe that we live in. From the orchestration of the subatomic particles around a nucleus in an atom, in every atom, to the orchestration of the planets around the sun, we can see that nature is one of perfect order. And it may seem sometimes like nature is chaotic, that there's chaos. But there are theories out there, and I would agree that at the center of that chaos, there is a purpose. There is an order to it. We just have to find it. Yeah. So these are the qualities of the universe. The qualities of the universe, and they are infinite, omnipresent, unopposable. Now, you may be thinking, well, that doesn't look to be true in our world right now, or in my life. So we're going to talk for a moment in just a little bit about why that might be true. So hang on to that idea. But first, I want to complete this thought. Let's just complete this thought. So if God is all that there is, omnipresent, universal, everywhere, all the one being, one source, we must conclude that we are part of it. Principle number 2, We are God expressing. We are that divine life essence, is our essence. That ground of being is our being. We are divine beings expressing in this human physical world. And whatever's true of the universe is true of us. So all of those qualities that I just talked about of the universe, that's what you are. That is what you are right now, always have been, always will be. It is the absolute truth of you, in the absolute realm. This is the absolute truth of you. And, fortunately, this is not a foreign concept to those of us in New Thought. We know, at least intellectually, that we can't be separate from Source. We can't be separate from the One. There is only one. Paul said, the Apostle Paul said, we live, move, and have our being in God. But do we feel that in our heart? Do we know it in our core? No. Do we know it? So I think sometimes from our little human perspective, we can't always see or feel or experience the presence of God. But that doesn't mean that the divine isn't there. It means we're out of alignment with it. We've moved into separation thinking. We've moved into duality. We're asleep and dreaming. And I think it's so easy for us to think in terms of, because we're always thinking and talking in terms of duality, night and day, hot and cold, male and female, right and wrong. We're always thinking duality, that it makes it more difficult for us to open to this idea of the non-dual, of the infinite universal. And so this infinite one, we're either in alignment with it, living according to the principles, or we are out of alignment with it and asleep and dreaming. So let's go back to this idea of, okay, so it doesn't really appear that way in my world. It may not appear that way in my life right now. So why is that? Or this idea of evil. How does that fit into everything? Every time we see a terrorist attack or a school shooting, that's the face of evil. Or when we see, a devastating earthquake or wildfire like the one in Maui last year that decimated that entire town, within a number of hours, we think, where is God in that? Or wars that kill thousands of innocent people, where is God there? Or when children die of starvation or leukemia. It's how can a God who is all good allow that to happen? Right? Isn't that what we wonder? It's in the back of our head. We don't always talk about it in New Thought, but it is in the back of our heads, right? How do we reconcile that? Well, traditional Christianity would say, well, we're being punished, us sinners, this way. Or that evil is a force, it's a power, and it's embodied in the devil. I think that's just too simplistic. It's just too simplistic. And it totally negates the whole concept that God is omnipresent and omnipotent. And so the author here, Ellen Debenport, offers some possible explanations, some possible ideas that we can begin to expand our consciousness and see if any of these might be true. And I'd like to read a few of them and just kind of get some thinking. There is no right answer here, right? I don't have the answer, but there are some possibilities that we can begin to explore and see if that feels right to us. So the first one she has here is humans were created with free will, and we make mistakes. The word sin originally meant missing the mark. Some miss it by miles. The human species is immature. This is an interesting idea. The Aramaic word, now remember, Aramaic was the language that Jesus spoke. You know, it was Aramaic, wasn't ever written down in that, but it was that language. The word that became evil in the Bible is bisha, which means immature or unripe. Hence the biblical reference to evil fruit. It wasn't ripe. We as humans are immature or unripe, not yet living up to divine consciousness. We can't see the big picture. Events have meaning we do not understand, although later we might see the gifts that were brought to us through the most difficult times in our lives. How many of you have had that experience? The most difficult time, the most challenging experience, and something came out of that that just changed your life. Yeah. We are creating our world through consciousness, which is principle 3. We're going to go over principle 3 next week, which most people do not realize, much less know how to handle. Our every thought, feeling, and word sets up a response from the universe, but we have only a glimmer of understanding how to create our experience deliberately. Then she says, what we call evil is an expression of mass consciousness. We all contribute to it through our angry and violent thoughts, the energetic vibrations we pour into the one mind. The energy inevitably expresses somewhere, just as an erupting volcano releases heat from the earth. That's an interesting idea. And this last one, I'm not so sure about, but some people resonate to this, so I'm going to read it. We are balancing the events of a past life, sometimes called karma. This is not so much punishment or reward as reconciling accounts and offering an opportunity to experience life from all sides. So this is really juicy material for a conversation, right, in a book study group. So I really want you to bring these ideas and you know, bat them around, really think about them. More importantly, really check into your own heart, into your own wisdom. What is true for you? What does your inner wisdom say is true for you about this? That's the most important thing. And again, there are no definite answers. There could be several different things. She also mentions further on in the book this idea of soul contracts, which I think is interesting. We'll talk about that in a few weeks. But definite possibilities you want to explore. So next week, when we come back, we're going to go over principle 3 and learn how we, as creators, as conscious creators, don't always know that, so we create by default, but we want to learn how to create consciously. This is the idea of learning to create consciously. All right? Everybody swimming in the same Olympic-sized pool as me and Katie Ledecky? All right, let's go. Namaste.
Tug in my heart for as long as I remember, and now you've been waiting. I guess I was too, though I didn't know it till I came upon you. Guided by love, the stars and the truth, I've opened my heart, dedicated to you, and the warmth that I feel from head to toe, it's like the sunshine of a summer's day. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know feels like the memory of a true friend from so long ago. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know just feels like the memory of a true friend from so long ago. You are here, you are here, finally here. All along, I guess I knew there never was a question of you. Maybe when or where or how, but that's all been answered now. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know feels like the memory of a true friend. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know feels like the memory of a true friend from so long ago. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know feels like the memory of a true friend from so long ago. Without a glimmer of doubt, this love that I know feels like the memory of a true friend from so long ago. You are here. You are here. I've always been here. Finally.
I love having these candles here because they just remind me of we're adding more light to our community, right? There's more light here. We just radiate that out. And you know, this whole idea of light and the love that is within us, we can't keep it inside. If we do try to keep it all to ourselves, we'll just explode. It's got to move out, right? This love and this light and this joy that we are has to radiate out. We have to give it to others. Cannot keep it. The same is true for the other quality of the universe, which is abundance. All of the abundance that we have, we can't, every time we try to keep it, something happens and we get a big bill in the mail and it's got to go out somewhere. So why don't we do it intentionally? Why don't we put it in a place that we love and we want to support, right? So this is the consciousness that we are moving into this time of giving, of offering, of moving into our generous hearts and sharing of our gifts with others. So lots of different ways that we can do this. If you are, oh, look, there it is. Yay! Look, this is a QR code. I'll bet. Who's going to test this out? Put your phone up there. Get the QR code. Let's see if that works. It's working. All right. Yay, team. Yes, team. All right. So you can see all the various ways that we can do it. Right there. All right. And the green card is if you are signed up to be a conscious sustainer, which is what you've said yes to really supporting this community. Even when the Sunday when you're not here, you are supporting us. So I invite you to take whatever it is that represents your gift, your love, your sharing of your abundance in this community in your hand. Maybe place it to your heart. If you're giving with a loved one, maybe hold it together. And we say our offering affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
Here now, the power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
Indeed, that's what we're doing together. We're creating what someone called magic, but we know we are just applying the principle of abundance, of sharing, of generosity, of love. And that's what this represents. So I invite you to take your hands and place them. Feel that loving energy moving through your heart and out through your hands as we bless these gifts, knowing that this love energy goes out to support and bless this community and goes out into the wider community. And that creates this energy of giving and receiving. And you are receiving in so many ways. And so it is. Thank you. And here is the prayer request box that Joy is taking out, putting in the foyer. If you have something, in your heart that you have somebody, or maybe for yourself, that you'd like to write a request on, and that's prayed over by our prayer team and also here on Sunday. So that's available to you. All right, do we have any new faces visiting us today? Maybe there's some people that are back for the first time in a long time. Good to have you here. Yeah, if you don't know, we have this wonderful refreshment, sacred cafe that happens afterwards, and we'll get a chance to reconnect and catch up. All right, that's it. One more time, Karen and Andres.
There's a sound that I can hear when you are near, and it will speak right to my deepest core. There's a time that I can see, pictures swirl around my head. I know you've opened the door, and it is better. You see, I am always here. It is better. It is better. You see, I am always here. It is better, and you are always,
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the first Sunday of the month, so what does that mean? It's birthday! Yeah! Who has a birthday in August? Raise your hand. Oh, Debbie! Yes! Is that Pat Brill? Yeah! Can we sing some happy birthday? Here we go.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, August birthdays. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, indeed. You think there might be cake afterwards in our Sacred Cafe? Woohoo! We'll find out. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So I talked all about the 5 powers, book study groups, and the talk series. So we'll just slip right by that. There's the slide. Lovely. So sign up. More information, right? Isn't that lovely? Look at that. That's David. Nice picture. There's another QR code to sign up. Sign up sheet back there. Talk to either, do we have one with Dolores? Yeah? Okay. No, we don't have one. We don't have, yes, we do. There you are right there. All right. This is just lovely. Okay. All right, so you know what to do. Pick a party fundraiser. That is our opportunity to have fun, socialize, have fun together. We have 3 of them set up right now, but we are looking for somebody who might want to offer something. Ideas are, a beach party, a pool party, or a hike in the woods, or somebody one year did she has a pottery studio where she threw, she had people come over and throw a pot. Any kind of artistic thing that you want to gather people together. And so this is a fundraiser for UCP. So all of the fee that is collected goes directly to UCP. So if you have any ideas, and if you want to talk to me about it, maybe we can, spark some kind of ideas happening there. It's just a lot of fun. Great times to get to know each other and to raise money for us. Okay, and the one that's coming up, do you remember Anna Quintana, who was here when I was on sabbatical? Wasn't she a lot of fun? And she does salsa dance, and she does it really well. And she teaches it. I've taken a little salsa dance class with her. And so that's her Pick a Party fundraiser, and that will be August 18th, right after the service. I think we'll have some food in between we'll work on something to do that after the service, before that, but oh, so much fun, salsa dancing, come on, right? You gotta come out and do that salsa dancing. Wonderful. And then the next one is Debbie is hosting a disco dance party. Who are the disco dancers out here? Come on. Yeah. Debbie is the queen of the dance floor. Disco dancing. Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun. You got to sign up for this one. Disco, huh? It's also your birthday. Yes, that's part of the birthday party disco dance. That's going to be a celebration. Do you have one of those balls that you can get? Disco ball? That would be great. Okay, terrific. So you register with the QR codes or on the website. Okay, full moon fire ceremony with Brian Rezar. Is Brian here today? No? But the full moon fire ceremonies are just always a beautiful, sacred time. You come, you can bring your kids. There's, a lot of families that come. So Saturday, August 17th, 7 to 8:30. All right, Supernova Sundays. Remember I said the word supernova, and I said we're going to hear about that a lot lately? So what we've decided to do is the last Sunday of every month, we're doing Supernova Sunday. We're going to have a super music. That bright matter team is going to glow a little brighter. We'll have the three of them and some special guests that are going to come in. So it's going to be a really fun musical experience. Right? Like that picture? That's good, huh? That's good, isn't it? It's a good one. Supernova Sunday. Okay, so 3-minute miracle happens after the service every Sunday, and this is an opportunity for you to sit with someone who is trained in prayer and, request prayer for anything that you would like to have prayer for. Is it Lorraine? Are you the prayer? Oh, well, you're lucky today. You definitely want to check out Lorraine. She will be in the room, the back of the hall to the left. 3-minute miracle. Okay, so today's deeper dive discussion, that will be on the last room to the right, and that's Gainsteer. You're facilitating deeper dive discussions, another opportunity to really share these ideas that we're talked about today. And that starts at 12:30. If you can grab some coffee and some refreshments and take with you, there. Okay. And beautiful flower arrangements. Thank you. This is Loveland-Coen, Ellen and Jamie Cohen. Isn't that, I just love that arrangement. She says, donated in deep gratitude for our loving spiritual community. Thank you. I love that. Okay, one more thing I wanted to share with you. It's not on the slide, and I hadn't mentioned this, but there is a way that I really want us to support our children, for our children to know that we're part of their spiritual family. And one way we can do that, don't tell them, is that we want to celebrate their transition to the next grade up. And so I have written some cards for all of the ones that have been coming. And I'd love for our whole community to sign it. And when we get enough people to sign that, we're going to present it to them. I just think it would be a nice way for kids to feel that they are supported by their spiritual family. So this is going to be in the office. So please go in and write a little something on these. Okay, thank you. All right, now let's bring these lovely little children in with their song.
Good morning. How y'all? Cool. We had three very powerful people and exploring all different kinds of the power of will, which is what we started today. It was super cool. We also started to connect with you all. We started talking a little bit about the first and second principles as well, and how to recognize, God is all around us as well as including in ourselves, and that we can choose to lead, choose to make a decision through our power of will, through tapping into what's inside, which is God, the Christ in us and the light in us. So we explored choice through playing a game, playing Play-Doh, and then kind of managing ourselves. So big thanks to Lisa for showing up and having fun today. Every week.
Shannon.
We're going to continue doing will for the next, this is the month of August, we're going to continue doing those power of will, and then also reading a little bit more about the principles and how they apply to Everus. We've got a lot to do this month. We can all do it. Come join us. If you want to come and hang out and learn what children are doing, if you want to bring your children in from the internet, we got a lot of stuff to get done. So come, join us. Together we'll do it.
All right, let's bless these children, the children within us and everywhere. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we appreciate the Christ in you. Mwah. Yeah, all right. You may go back with your people, and everybody who can stand, go ahead. Let's stand up and say our prayer of protection with I am statements. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? These beautiful images, by the way. Roshana has blessed us with these images and these slides. Thank you. All right, here we are. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. If this video has inspired you, opened your heart, expanded your consciousness, filled you with hope, empowered you in some way, we encourage you to support what we offer here at Unity Center of Peace by making your donation now. And thank you.